Phoenix's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Phoenix's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Vengeful spirit.
Phoenix's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Welcome back, everybody. Game number 3 now between Fnatic
5
and
seconds
MVP
remaining.
Phoenix to determine who's going to be going to the grand finals and who's going to be dropping down to the lower bracket finals to face up
Fnatic's
against.
turn
Alright,
to
for whatever
pick.
reason, my. There we go. Anyway, game 3. A lot on the line. Because you want to go into the grand finals, obviously. You don't want to go into the lower bracket finals and face up against TNC and potentially lose there. But also the fact you have to actually play TNC right away. And TNC has probably just been sitting here watching this series play out, figuring out strategies against both teams, and you're not going to be in a very welcome
10
position
seconds
if
remaining.
you lose this game. But March is going to be joining me once again. Welcome
5
back, March.
seconds remaining.
Hello.
Given that we've seen game number
Reserve
1 and
time.
game number 2, I'm going to try and ask who you think is going to win game number 3 without your MVP.
I thought actually like
Phoenix's
MVP
turn
Phoenix
to
would
ban.
take this game 2-0 since Mushi is not playing from the beginning, but Fnatic's playing much better than what I expected. But I think MVP Phoenix should win this game because there's like teamwork
10
and everything,
seconds
stuff like that. That
remaining.
Mushi is like the captain of their team, so and then he makes a lot of
5
calls. So
seconds remaining.
yeah, I think MVP Phoenix should win this game.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
I went to you on that. Well, that game 2 was... I felt like game 1's draft was a little bit more normal for both sides, and didn't end up going the way of MVP Phoenix. So
10
that is a bit
seconds
concerning to me, because I felt like game 2 was a little bit weirder.
5
You know, when
seconds
Alchemist picked Fnatic, I think, in a way, underestimated, or
Reserve
perhaps
time.
rather overestimated the power of the Alchemist net worth advantage. They kept on going into those fights time after time, and there was just no way they could win it against
They could
the
have played
Venomancer.
smarter and drag the games out longer, but they just chose to fight, and that's what happened. Right now, Fnatic is going for the Chen, where EJ is a really
10
comfortable one.
seconds
They won a lot of important games with Chen as well. And for MVP Phoenix, like their most successful hero is Spectre. So they're like all just going back to their each other's strongest heroes right now.
Toss picked up now for MVP Phoenix. Do you know, does MVP Phoenix run...
turn to pick.
Oh?
They don't play Phoenix. I was their Phoenix player, and ever since I left, they don't play Phoenix anymore.
Haven't adapted just yet, okay. Fnatic Batrider pickup, though, for them.
Yeah, but Spectre is pretty good against Batrider in a lot of sense, where if you have Radiance and use Han, Batrider cannot blink, and then he has to just
10
watch
seconds remaining.
till the team fight is kind of over. They just go back to the Venomancer game.
Turn to pick.
Okay.
I was kind of questioning that because MP like is talented and he used to be a mid player for MVP Hot 6 during the TI5 era, but it's been only recent where he started to play somewhat of the mid lane, and he was I only saw him with Invoker and Zeus, and
10 seconds
yeah,
remaining.
I guess this is his new card. Like Venomancer, I know he did it a lot
5
before as well,
seconds
so
remaining.
he's actually a hero he likes. MP actually like heroes like Undying, and
Reserve time.
I don't know why, but
Now that the Fnatic have seen that playstyle, how do you think they should respond with their mid laner and carry? Because it seemed like the Alchemist was a little bit too laid back.
I think
I thought
Alchemist, yeah, Alchemist is the right choice of the matchup, but like I can't think of any hero that wins against Venomancer actually though, in the mid lane. Actually,
What about an no, never mind. Let's take an OD, but that isn't working. Or it would pay off in a way for that kind of like sit back farming style. Anime.
but Anti-Mage,
Okay.
Anti-Mage
Turn
is
to
good.
ban.
It'll
But
help
like,
deal
isn't
with
that
the
too
magic
much
damage.
for like too much? Like, isn't it too much for the anti-mage player whoever plays it? Cause like if that's just
10 seconds
stand-in for the
remaining.
carry, right?
Yeah, I
5
presume so.
seconds
I'm
remaining.
actually not sure what's going on.
Reserve time.
That is like a support player, so for him to play the anti-mage in an important game, like it's like maybe too much pressure for him. I'm not sure. Well, like anti-mage is definitely a good hero against Starks in the laning.
I would say it matches up decently well against Venomancer as well. That spell shield coming into play. And it's looking like Fnatic is going to go for one of those lineups that's going to hit you like really hard at 30-35 minutes before the Spectre is
Fanatics turn
mine.
to ban.
I think makes a lot of sense. I didn't want to see Fnatic try and go for too much late game last time.
I think that's gonna probably bend the lion here, because the MVP Phoenix doesn't have any hero that can catch
10
the
seconds
anti-mage right now.
remaining.
Lion is probably gonna be the only one that MVP Phoenix can
5
pick up
seconds
to
remaining.
catch the anti-mage.
Reserve time.
We're actually taking longer, because they think only Febby kind of plays Lion, but and the Febby, like everyone knows Tusk is played by Febby on Phoenix as well.
Yeah, that I was gonna ask you about that.
But like
Do you still
actually,
ban it?
Phoenix's
who actually
turn
still
to pick.
does play Lion as well for games. A Disruptor, yeah.
Fanatics
Instant
turn
response
to pick.
by MVP Phoenix, a good disabling hero against AM, as well as Batrider actually. This is a really valuable pick.
Actually, Dubu is the Disruptor was Dubu's first hero to play in competitive as well. That
Oh really?
like back in Hot 6 and stuff like that. Like we would give like each other like signature heroes and stuff like that in the
10
team house. Like
seconds
we talk
remaining.
about like what your strengths are and stuff. Disruptor was
5
Dubu's
seconds
strengths hero back in
remaining.
the time.
Why is it what is it about Disruptor that
Reserve time.
really accentuates Dubu's strengths?
Dubu wants to play like really aggressive, and he makes a lot of calls, and I don't know, like he's like really good at using the skills and it just fits him well. Fits him really well.
You know, I actually
10
want to hear a little
seconds
bit more about
remaining.
Dubu because he's obviously one of the members of MVP Phoenix
5
that people
seconds
probably
remaining.
know the least about. Because he's newer. I remember Blitz was telling me about Dubu, and he said like back when they were playing in Korea, he said like Dubu was essentially just like a fanboy. Is what was your personal experience with?
Actually, Dubu is like really tryhard, and actually like Dubu could have been like on the team before QO. Like he played with us for one standing game of a KDL, the KDL, right? And then he was like 3K MMR, so he got replaced by Q right immediately after. But
Yeah. Yeah, he was telling me it was like Dubu was like 4K. I just remember the guy like was smiled a lot.
10
But,
seconds remaining.
only the impression that I have is for
5
the MVP
seconds
Phoenix
remaining.
a long time ago, before this team, when I used to team was KP and Warner, the TI5 team. Like we had two foreigners, and then every Korean could speak fluent English, so we would always speak in English. And then Dubu was the coach for our team, and then we would talk about stuff talk about Dota in English, and Dubu was always curious because he was so hungry to learn stuff. He would like annoy us asking about like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
My impression is that he was very, very hungry to learn Dota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's why he's here right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely makes for a great story. MVP Phoenix though, they've managed to get a quick catch here on mid one. That chains is not going to be enough. Mid one's rotation through the trees gonna help out, but the disruptor locks him in. Great kinetic field there from Dubu. On his signature hero, Febi's still going to be the first one to die, though. He ends up going down, and Ember Spirit gets away. They're going to go next for 3-4-3. He has another kinetic field. They're going to fully commit with the double ion shell here, while MP is being gone on in the background. Fnatic not able to get the last hit until Net jumps forward. He's able to get him now. Dubu has so many sticks of sticky napalm that he will end up dying here. A 3-1. What should have started off with a quick pick off on the Ember Spirit ends up going bad, as Fnatic pick up 3 kills for 1 plus the first blood, and the bounty runes will now be split.
Oh, Disruptor skill the kinetic field, and then like Venomous skill Q.
Oh, Febby? Oh, Febby got? Oh, he doesn't get it.
Well done.
A little bit later, and maybe Febby could have picked up kill on the Ember Spirit, but Roshan will claim it instead.
Oh, they kind of played this carelessly, MVP. They played it like in a line where Tusk kind of led went too fast because he had a boost the other team didn't.
Yep.
Because of this Disruptor getting the third spell, like Ohio is gonna be able to get so much out of the offlane. Now.
Also didn't get a very good ice shard block, mainly because mid one did rotate very quickly. He like faked that he was going left and then juked downwards. MVP Phoenix definitely messing up on the execution there. Actually, Fred's going to have a better time as the Darkseer this time around, as there's no pesky Oracle to deal with him, but he is up against an Animage instead, who's one of the better carries to go against a Darkseer.
Yep, and he used a lot of spells at early level right now, so he's out of mana already.
And he doesn't have the Soul Ring yet either, so this is bad for him. This really comes down to Net managing to get 5 denies. That prevents the Soul Ring from being picked up by the Darkseer right away, and now Darkseer is in this awkward position where he's got to get like 2 more CS with no Ion Shell. Sure if that's going to be possible.
And then Lane is not gonna push towards his side, so it's just better if he goes home and then back full mana and tries to level.
A big blast. Jen with his Satyr Tormentor is keeping Ewo super low at top lane.
And there's a tornado creep, widling the bird, and DJ is gonna be able to come back from that as well. So, well, Q might die here actually.
Yeah, he's being run at the sort of Satyr Tormentor. He had a couple more seconds till the blast was back up.
At least
Tormentor will end up dying. The CS is already looking really good for Fnatic. What do you think Venomancer does versus Ember Spirit? Because so far it seems to be going really well for Ember.
I think it gets even worse for Venomancer as the time goes, because different from other heroes, like he's very mobile, so he can get out of the fight easily. At
Heavy
bottom.
unfortunately missed out on that ice shard, but it looks like they'll still be able to run down 3-4-3 rather easily. Stun, Ion Shell, oh, it doesn't quite reach.
Yes,
Red's gonna
boots.
keep on going with the surge or not. Wow.
A lot of time wasted, and anti-mage gets refarmed meanwhile. And once anti-mage gets like Ring of Hells like this and somewhere, usually they get Ring of Legion as well, and then at that point Darkseer doesn't do anything.
Could have been a contender.
Missing out on the ice shards, Fevy punishes himself by suiciding the Roshan for a trip back to base. Meanwhile,
Right.
Ohio's doing fantastic.
I think it would have been better if they like actually didn't smoke at all and
Yeah.
shut down the Batrider because the dude had to get the third spell. Like he can't harass the Batrider at all from level 1 trade, and then like because he died, he walked to the lanes late as well, and then Batrider got so much free levels from the beginning.
MP ends up going down to mid lane. As you said, it gets even worse for the Venomancer, and mid one shows that. Picks up his level 6 in quick rotation. Fnatic, meanwhile, to smoke.
Dire's middle tower.
They're gonna wrap around mid as well. Not sure if their plan is to actually catch Fevy here, or if they want to go for like killing MP again. As he just now picks up his level 5, the smoke is spoiled. He's gonna be the one spotted out here. He does have a snowball to protect himself. I'm not sure if he's actually gonna be able to get away. He used it on the Ripper there, unfortunately. Mid one still really slowed down. Will be able to jump over to the side. Ice Shard makes sure that he doesn't manage to chase down MP with his double damage. Fevy ends up losing up his life. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Net's bringing Forev dangerously low. If he hits his level 6 soon, we'll be able to just one-shot Forev, so he's got to go back to base.
Well, this game is looking disastrous for Fnatic. Just MVP just because of the start there.
Be passing the bottle back over to MP, but it's a level 5 Venomancer against a level 7 Ember Spirit.
Ember can completely ignore the Venoman scale and like play aggressive, and like each Venomancer scale also costs 125 mana as well. So
Mid one just kind of charges at the Veno, forces it out, and
he's also gonna be able to take all the runes, whatever he wants, and then if he ever gets like runes like haste and stuff like that, it's gonna be, and he's kind of rotating to top where he can make a lot of plays.
trying to catch. Trying to find that like the Darkseer stacks. Darkseer's off map. He's just been farming up the offlane camp.
So much pressure to Q, but he's going back to base, getting ready to use the Haunt. He was getting ready at the top lane as well, but Fnatic kind of smartly reset their ult there as well. If they make a fight at the top area, it's gonna be disastrous for MVP.
Already scouted out Fevy.
They're trying to push
Boosts.
this safe lane tower.
You know the supports are kind of trapped here. Ohio's gonna go for a Firefly. We'll find Dubu first. Vector Ultimate's gonna go down. They think they can actually fight this one, but it's gonna be rather questionable with double staters. The snowball comes out. They manage to bring DJ low, and they might actually be able to kill him with QO, but it's gonna cost them so much. QO is actually stuck inside of the trees. Will be run down by the Firefly. Can't even get DJ.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Rev, that vacuum might have just costed him. He's got the surge, but it doesn't matter. Fnatic hold him in place 9-1.
Dire's
What a
bottom
great
tower
start for
is under
Fnatic
attack.
as they'll take this tier 1 tower
Radiant's
as well.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
I remember hearing this from like old Dota player who used to teach me Dota. I don't even remember who it was, but the kills, the deaths is like 9-1. Yes, you can come back to the game even though even if it's 9-1. But if you start losing the towers, the laning phase kind of ends, and then the game becomes much more disastrous for the losing side. And then That's what's happening. So
Radiant's middle tower is
die
under
to 1,
attack.
yes, it sure looks horrible for MVP, but because they lost the safe lane power, it's even more horrible for them. I'm not sure what MVP can do right now. They need some lot of kills and then they need to hit level 6 on all their core heroes right now.
Shards fails to block out mid one. He's just going to continue battling it out with these heroes as the Flame Guard's just doing so much work and they have no way to be able to easily kill it. Now mid one loses his Flame Guard, but it doesn't matter. Ace Rune's still up. Brev is going to try and chase him down or not. Axed away, realizing that the Ember Spirit with bottle hits had enough for a Remnant anyway.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Fnatic.
attack.
Hitting across, 3-4-3. It's going to lead with a
Just
stun.
gonna
Get
be
the
a
dagger. Does allow QO to get into the trees, but he's going to be bounced back real quickly. To try and cut his way through, TP out. And they don't have the damage to be able to stop him in
Radiant's
time.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, we didn't talk about one hero. Meanwhile, all the actions were happening by Fnatic's other 4 heroes
Oh,
and the Ember Spirit.
Venomancer dies there. I was hoping to be able to catch this hickoff on net, but they don't have the range.
Radiant's
Fortunately,
bottom
QO
tower
used his
is
hunt
under attack.
pre-blink, so he wasn't able to get on the animate right away. And then Dubu, because of his low levels, not able to glimpse the animate back.
I think if it was level 3, I think he maybe can get it. His blink range is like 1200 on the
Dire's
anti-mage, I
middle
think.
tower is under attack.
Oh,
Radiant's
1075.
bottom tower is under attack.
Anyways, boosted travel done already on the Ember Spirit with all the basic items done as well. It's the anti-mage, even the anti-mage is. I think they can just win 4v5 without the anti-mage right now.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what they're doing so far. Animage gets away from another gank attempt while they kill MP. They're just shutting down this Venomancer. They're definitely making up for, I would say, some mistakes earlier. Snowball locked out, but there's so many creeps here. They just burst him down. Hellbear smash. What, 150 damage, and then both shockwaves, which is another 320 damage total. Bottom lane dragged him back. Gets the disruptor kill. 15-1. Fnatic are racking up kills faster than we can see them.
I think like this all like snowball just from the level 1 mistakes. Level 1 mistakes. Like a Venomancer wouldn't like wanna get the Venomous skill at level 1. He probably wants like Poison Sting at level 1 and then but he had to level up the Venomous scale and biggest problem for is a disruptor. Like I don't think he ever wants to get kinetic field level 1 against Batrider as well.
P doesn't have his ultimate here, so we can't just suicide in. Ohio's going to be able to blink on him with the Firefly. He tries to get away, the swap back. Ohio to safety here as the snowball ends up putting Peppy in serious danger. MP, the only one to survive so far. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Dubu's having to deal with mid one. Does manage to get the glimpse, but there's another remnant. QO now popping the ultimate. I'm not sure where he thinks he's going to go. He actually trying to go for mid one, but maybe they can actually get him. He's out of mana. MP slows him down. This should be a kill.
Q needs this kill badly. They had to give this kill to Q.
And
but,
they don't. Unfortunately, QO tries to go for the last hit. Doesn't deal enough damage, and it'll be MP who gets it instead.
MP wasn't even trying to hit the poison the damage and then kill him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ohio's trying to chase him down, but War does its damage, and Ohio slowed down. He just has to content himself with the bounty rune. And a 4-staff pickup very soon. It's 12 minutes in. How does he have so much farm?
This Ohio classic. Ohio is like a laner like that loves crushing the opponent's safe lane, and this game was like perfect setup for him.
Yeah.
They're gonna go on QO game. He was like trying to get a TP, but
no, he's done for. Not by the lasso. And while they show 2 at top, Fnatic immediately back out from bottom, making sure not to get into a bad engagement.
thing is like Fnatic is better in the late game as well. They don't like need to do anything. They have an anti-mage and an Ember Spirit.
There's no pressure on them whatsoever as they're going to go for another kill, this time on MP.
Oh, but Neti
Not quite
survived.
enough. 343 is going to be sent back to base though by Chen.
It's like Networks is like really to the Fnatic side, but Disruptor and like Husk needs to hit level 6 and have their ultis. Like before that, they can't kill anyone right now. They need to hit level 6 ASAP on their heroes and then smoke and hopefully set up a kill against on the anti-mage and kill last hit with the taunt and come back to the game. That's what they need to do.
Tough. 14,000 gold lead. And that was actually picked up. They originally had it at around like 12 minutes. Very few games I've seen more one-sided than this one. QO bounces back and forth between bottom and top. It's away from net and almost gets away from mid one, but mid one spots him out with the remnant, stops the TP. 8-2 now.
They can't kill this Ember Spirit at all, so.
Man, smoke across. Ohio's going to lead the way with a pick off on Forev. They're actually going to be able to catch Dubu as well with a stun. Swap back. Pulls them up with the ultimate. And then this is looking like a very short game number 3. Fnatic are just in full control here, snowballing, as you said, some level 1 mistakes by MVP Phoenix to a rather clean 15-minute run. Boots to travel, Battle Fury for mid 1 in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, they're taking the Roche now, and then they'll probably give it to anti-mage someone?
Already has the full blast. Pick off on QO, the bottom lane. Be able to burn him down, full side. Still though, there is the turnaround. The Ice Shards vacuum back in, plus the Static Storm mid 1. Not able to escape from this one. It's just being burned away.
Oh, that's actually a lot of gold for the Ember Spirit.
Plus Roshan though, and they're going to lose even more. Ed comes in, blows up one, is going to be glimpsed back, unable to get the Darkseer, but they still get the Venomancer as well.
At least Max almost completed for the Darkseer and Dale completed for the Venomancer.
Yeah, that is something. How much did they get? Almost 1,000 gold for that Batrider kill. Another 562 for the Ember Spirit.
But the thing is, Kyo didn't get that, and then like yes, all the goals are nice for the other heroes, but he expected to outcarry the both Ember Spirit and the anti-mage, so trouble.
Hello Discord, it's got to come in big, but they won't have the ultimate for another 70 seconds anyway.
Maybe desperately needs a Blink Dagger as well. They need someone like maybe Blink in, punch, and then like change the Disruptor ulti and stuff like that. They need to do right now.
Rough call for MVP Phoenix in figuring out how to be able to defend this. Get their opening for the Vacuum Static Storm combo. Fortunately, the wards are slowing down things. Chen is going to push the top lane with his creeps and put some more pressure across the map. And Net will very quickly deal with the bottom lane push as well. So Fnatic should have a stranglehold.
Oh, there
comes division.
Chen is higher net worth than Venomancer.
Yep. Even Vengeful Spirit is right in the thick of things.
Tis mine.
Smoke around. Mont is going to reveal some of their targets. They're going to snowball and try and pop Bebby, or rather DJ, but a good force tap actually managed to save him. 343 is going to end up going down, but he already caused enough disruption perhaps for the rest of Fnatic to be able to capitalize here. MP managed to get off his ultimate, but it's still looking bad. His great ultimate actually flips QO as well, easily allowing Fnatic to be able to chase him down, and they'll also catch Bebby towards the end. Snowball buys him time. He's got an ice shard. Not the block he really intended. And because of that failure, he will die once again. Total wipe, only losing the Vengeful Spirit, and most people from Fnatic are looking healthy. Even the Ember Spirit will come back with full health, full mana.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Just looking like a total unwinnable game for MVP Phoenix, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
30-5. I think I would have left this game already if I was playing a ranked game.
yeah, it's one of those AFK fountain times. Again, this is a stat that I repeatedly pull up, but there's pretty much no team that has come back from 15,000 lead by 15 minutes.
But it's a really good thing from MVP Phoenix where they don't give up. If you give up too easily, kind of gets into your habit, and you sometimes give up the game that you can win.
Swap, Rev, oh, Rune, and actually blinks forward here trying to catch Dubu.
Yeah, he is.
Making sure he doesn't get locked in by a static storm.
Radiant's
He
middle
has
tower is under attack.
ages as well, so he can play as aggressive as he wants.
Threatening the ultimate. He's silenced up and will lose his first life. MVP Phoenix gonna be able to make a clean escape though. Mid one's coming in with a haste rune, doesn't finish off Dubu, catches MP, who's now blocked out by another ice shards. Hopefully the connect field will help out, but it won't stop Ohio from snagging MP and bringing him back to his doom. Bebby is definitely having an off game after what was an incredible game number 2.
Dire's top tower is under
Ice
attack.
shards not been on point.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Countered in the flame.
31-5. Will be now about 22,000. Have a
Don't really
Vlad's
know
for Jay.
what to say to. There's no way for MVP Phoenix to come back to this game.
No. That really is. Like, Fnatic have to repeatedly throw this game.
And they're not even going high ground because they know they don't even need to go high ground right now. They're taking this game slow as well.
Yeah, I mean, considering MVP Phoenix and that they lose this game, have another series to play immediately afterward. TNC. If I was in their position, I'd be like, all right, guys, screwed up. Gotta focus on the next series now. Just save our energy.
I know this guy, so like, they hate losing. So, and then it's just a war, the thing where like you just never GG.
Getting out to their end. Mid one with his blink dagger, really going to be able to keep pushing forward and capitalizing on Crocus's move. Good ward spot.
I think level 1 like screwed this up the most, but like I think that only affecting the offlane. Like I think the mid lane matchup is like where still wins this lane, and MVP cannot really deal with Ember or Anti-Mage because they don't have a hero like Lion that is really good at catching the heroes. Yeah, so like they had really good success with Venom as their last game, but I think I heard someone say it. You don't really usually want to run the same draft twice in a row, and MVP Phoenix draft is like almost similar to the last game. So I think that was this. I don't think the draft itself is bad, but using the similar draft is not so optimal all the time.
Definitely see Fnatic countered it pretty damn well. Matt Ryder, not quite able to grab MP there.
And especially when the draft is not something that practice. I know for a fact they didn't really practice with Venommancer at all.
Yeah. I think they was that just like spur of the moment last game.
Yeah,
Decided to go.
for the second game, it was a great pick, but because they had to pick a defensive hero, because like they were picking the hero last, and opponent was gonna counter it no matter what, and they had no support to help them, so they had to pick a defensive mid hero. So it was great pick the second game, but for the third game, it wasn't it. Like you didn't really have to pick a defensive hero.
Yeah. It's funny though, it did work out for Dubu the last time he did it. Apparently at Dota Pit, we'd been talking about how Bristleback Wisp was one of their like go-to combos. Obviously, you know that all the time, right? But the last like 4 months, they hadn't played that combo. And,
With Bristleback?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they played it like once, maybe at Shanghai Major or something like that. But apparently, they hadn't really like practiced it that much or anything like that, and they're just like. Dubu made the call. He was like, "Whispers back time," and it seemed unstoppable
Dire's
again.
top tower is under attack.
I know they didn't practice it at the beginning, like, because I was trying to teach them how to use it before I leave the team. They couldn't use it at the beginning, but I figured it out.
Yeah.
Use it a lot. Yeah, but like the Whispers, like they practice a lot with it, I know, but
Oh, really?
Venommancer, they never practiced it really, in a scrims
Yeah.
at least. Oh, they're like not even risking it, Fnatic. They're just split pushing right now, and that's even going for the hard build where, and they're just slowly stripping down all the towers.
That's gonna make sure that he's unkillable.
They're going
they
for the
don't.
second Roche.
Dire's middle tower
So
is
with the
under
next
attack.
Aegis, maybe they can take a lane of Rack.
Yeah, they can just. They have a Venommancer and the Veil of Discord. They can respect the MVP Phoenix and finish this game clean by just split pushing as well. But honestly, you can just dive in and run over them and end the game at any time. Or they can team up like this as well.
Who gets quickly picked. Meanwhile, the bottom lane that's going at it. And doesn't really care too much. Quick snowball. A crit already brought Febby down to about half health. He's going to be able to get away thanks to the snowball until mid one. Hitting with a sleight of fist. Net comes forward. Still has his ultimate ready to go. Holding off until maybe QO. Bouncing around with the haunt. Not going to be able to escape though. Net about to lose his Aegis here.
But they don't have any lockdowns other than the Disruptor, and because Disruptor is down, like all the.
Dire's middle tower
And now he used. Oh, the snowball! Febby not going to be able to save the Darkseer, unfortunately. The swap back, MP gets a pretty good ultimate off. But unfortunately, MVP Phoenix do not have enough heroes to really be able to capitalize on this one. Maybe Net gets caught inside the Static Storm. Looks like he may go down, but send back from Chen. DJ identified that one pretty quickly. They've got the tier 3 tower. Mid 1 has come back into action now. Snowball forwards. Go for DJ.
And it's a dive
He
back
will end
percentage.
up going down. First kill for MVP Phoenix in a while now. Dubu gonna be chased down though by mid 1. Jumping forward more, trying to get MP. Not gonna be able to get the chains though.
Dire's
And away they go.
structures are fortified.
Take in the lane of Rax.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Gonna have their anti-mage pushing in the mid lane so they can go next.
Dire's middle
Swap
tower
back this
is under
time around. MP right in the middle of the heroes without his ultimate. Will very quickly die.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Dagger up. you will.
Dire's middle
Trying to
barracks.
push forward, trying to catch anybody at this point in time, but that's just going to town on the later Brax, and finally MVP Phoenix will end up calling it a 39-5, 28 minutes with over a 40,000 gold advantage. Fnatic take game number 3 in the most convincing game of the series.
41-5 and 40,000 gold lead. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
I don't think I have either. Pretty dominant showing there from Fnatic in game number 3. I was with you on what you said. 3-4-3 here instead of Mushi.